Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about something very important. Many English learners have the same problem. Maybe this is your problem too. You study English. You listen to English, you read English, you watch videos, you learn new words, you understand a lot. Sometimes you understand almost everything. But when it is time to speak, something changes. Your mouth becomes quiet. Your mind becomes slow. Your heart beats faster. And the words do not come out. Then you ask yourself, why do I understand English but still can't speak? If you feel this way, I want to tell you something first. Please listen carefully. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not stupid. You are not lazy. You are not a bad learner. And you are not alone. Many people feel exactly like this. In fact, this is one of the most common problems in English learning. A lot of learners can understand much more English than they can speak. So if this is your problem, please do not feel ashamed. Today, we will talk about why this happens, what it means, what you should do, what you should stop doing, and how you can slowly become a stronger speaker. This is not magic. This is not instant fluency. But it is real help. And real help is better than false promises. So let's begin. Let's imagine a situation. You are watching a video in English. The speaker is talking, you understand the main idea, you understand many sentences, you feel happy, you think, yes, I can understand this. Then later, someone speaks to you in English. Maybe at work, maybe in a shop, maybe in class, maybe online, maybe on the phone, maybe in a real conversation. The person asks you something simple. You understand the question. You know what the question means. You even know the answer in your mind. But when you try to speak, you stop, you hesitate, you feel pressure. Your brain starts searching. You want to answer, but your answer comes out very slowly, or maybe it does not come out at all. Then later, when the moment is over, the sentence appears in your mind. You suddenly know exactly what you wanted to say, and you think, why didn't I say that? I knew the answer. I understood the question. So why was I silent? This feeling is frustrating, very frustrating. It can make you feel weak. It can make you feel behind. It can make you feel embarrassed. It can even make you want to stop learning. But this feeling has a reason, and that is good news, because when a problem has a reason, it can also have a solution. This is the first thing you must understand. Understanding English and speaking English are not the same skill. They are connected, but they are not the same. When you understand English, your brain receives information. When you speak English, your brain must create language. That is a different job, and it is a harder job. Let's think of a few examples. You can understand music, but that does not mean you can sing the song well right away. You can understand soccer, but that does not mean you can play soccer well. You can watch cooking videos and understand them, but that does not mean you can cook the dish perfectly the first time. The same thing happens with English. Listening and reading help you receive language. Speaking asks you to build language in real time. That is why speaking feels harder. Your brain must move quickly. You must understand the other person. Decide what you want to say, choose the words, put the words in order, remember grammar, say the sounds clearly. Stay calm. Continue the conversation. And usually you must do all of that in only a few seconds. That is a lot. So if speaking feels harder than understanding, that is normal. It does not mean you are failing. It means you are using a more difficult skill. Now let's talk about the real reasons. There are many reasons why learners understand English but cannot speak it easily. Reason 1, you have done more passive practice than active practice. Many learners spend most of their time doing passive activities, for example, watching YouTube videos, listening to lessons, reading short stories, studying grammar, learning vocabulary lists, or reading subtitles. These things are useful. They help you build knowledge. They help you recognize English. They help you become familiar with sentence patterns. But they are not enough for speaking. Speaking needs active practice. If you only receive English but rarely use English, your understanding can become much stronger than your speaking. This is common, very common. Reason 2, you are translating in your head. This is a big problem for many learners. Maybe this is what happens to you. First, you think of your idea in your own language. Then you try to translate the idea into English. Then you check the grammar. Then you worry about pronunciation. Then you worry about mistakes. Then the moment is gone. This process is slow. It is heavy, and in real conversation, it often creates silence. For example, maybe someone asks, "How was your weekend?" You want to say, "It was good. I visited my cousin and we had dinner together." But first you think of that sentence in your own language. Then your brain starts translating. And while your brain is busy, the other person is waiting. That waiting creates pressure. That pressure creates fear, and fear makes your brain even slower. Reason 3, you are afraid of making mistakes. Sometimes the problem is not vocabulary. Sometimes the problem is fear. You know some words, you know some grammar, you know the idea, but you are afraid to speak. Maybe you think, what if my sentence is wrong? What if my pronunciation sounds strange? What if I use the wrong tense? What if the other person does not understand me? What if they think I am not smart? These thoughts can block your mouth, so even if you know the language in your mind, fear stops the words. This happens to many learners, especially learners who care a lot and want to do well. Reason 4, you want to sound perfect. Perfection can become a prison. Some learners do not want to speak unless the sentence is perfect. But real conversation is not perfect. Even native speakers stop in the middle of a sentence, change their words, forget things, repeat themselves, say correct themselves. If you wait for perfect English, you will stay silent too often, and silence does not build speaking confidence. Reason 5, you do not have enough speaking habit. Speaking is not only knowledge. Speaking is also a habit. If you do not use English often with your mouth, your speaking system stays weak. It is like exercise. You can read about exercise. You can watch videos about exercise. You can understand how exercise works, but if you never move your body, your muscles do not grow. Speaking is similar. You must use it. You must practice it. You must repeat it. You must build strength through action. Reason 6, you panic under pressure. Sometimes learners speak much better when they are alone, but in real conversation, they panic. This happens because real conversation has pressure. Maybe the other person is waiting. The other person speaks fast. You feel judged. You feel embarrassed. You feel rushed. You feel nervous. Pressure changes everything. A sentence that feels easy alone may feel difficult in a live moment. That is why some learners say, "I know English when I am alone, but I forget everything when I talk to people." That is not unusual. That is a pressure problem, not only a language problem. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a learner named Sarah. Sarah studied English for many years. She watched English videos every day. She listened to podcasts. She wrote down vocabulary in a notebook. She read short stories. When she watched lessons online, she understood a lot. When she read the subtitles, she felt smart and confident, but when it was time to speak, everything changed. One day at work, a customer asked her in English, "Can you help me with this?" Sarah understood every word. She wanted to say, "Yes, of course, let me check it for you." But she froze, her body became tense, her mind became blank, and finally she said only, yes, wait." Later that day, Sarah felt very sad. She thought, "I study English every day. Why am I still like this?" That evening, she almost gave up. But then she asked herself a better question. Not, "What is wrong with me?" but "What am I not practicing?" This question changed her path. She realized something important. She was learning English, but she was not practicing speaking. She was feeding her mind, but she was not training her mouth, so she made a new plan. Every day she spoke English out loud for 10 minutes. Not perfect English, not advanced English, just simple spoken English. She described her room, she answered simple questions. She repeated useful sentence patterns, she practiced short replies. She watched short clips and copied the speaker. She spoke to herself. She practiced before work. She practiced common answers. She practiced asking for time when she needed to think. For example, she practiced phrases like, "Let me think." "One moment, please. Yes, I can help you." "Could you repeat that?" "I understand." "I'm not sure, but I'll check." Little by little, her fear became smaller, not in one day, not in 1 week, but slowly. And one day another customer asked her a question. She still felt nervous. But this time she answered. Her answer was not perfect, but it was clear, and that changed her confidence. Sarah did not improve because she found a secret. She improved because she practiced speaking before she felt ready. That is an important lesson. You do not wait for confidence and then speak. You speak and confidence grows. Now I want to say something very important. If you understand English but still cannot speak easily, this does not mean your English is fake. Your learning is useless. Your time was wasted. You are bad at languages. You will never become fluent. No, it only means one thing: your understanding is stronger than your speaking right now. That is all. It means your skills are uneven. And that is normal in language learning. Many learners have strong listening, weak speaking; strong reading, weak conversation; strong vocabulary, weak confidence; strong grammar, weak speed. This is common. Your skills do not always grow at the same speed. Sometimes one skill grows faster. Sometimes another skill grows slower. That does not mean you are failing. It only means you need more focused practice. Many learners have English in their mind, but they do not yet have English in their mouth. That is the real problem, so your goal is not to start again from zero. Your goal is to build a bridge between understanding and answering, knowing and saying, listening and speaking, silence and confidence. How do you build that bridge? Slowly, patiently, with repetition, with simple speaking practice, with useful phrases, with less fear, with more real use. This bridge was not built in one day. It is built one sentence at a time, one reply at a time, one brave moment at a time. Now let's get practical. What should you actually do if you understand English but still cannot speak easily? 1. Speak out loud every day. This is very important. Even 5 minutes helps. Do not only think in English. Do not only read silently. Use your voice. Speak out loud every day. You can talk about your day, your room, your plans, your feelings, what you ate, what you watched, what you want to do tomorrow. Simple sentences are enough. For example, today I woke up at 7. I made coffee in the morning. I am tired, but I want to practice. My room is a little messy. I watched a video today. I want to improve my English. These are not difficult sentences, but they train your speaking system. 2. Practice easy answers. Many learners are silent because they do not have common replies ready. So practice common answers. For example, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm okay, a little tired. I'm doing well, how about you? What did you do today? I worked in the morning. I stayed home and studied. I went out with my friend. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. I'm not sure. I agree. I disagree. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm going to work. I'm staying home. I want to relax. Practice these again and again. Why? Because in real conversation, speed matters and repeated answers become faster. 3. Use sentence patterns. Sentence patterns help a lot. Instead of learning only single words, learn useful structures. For example, I want to, I need to, I'm trying to, I'm not sure if, I used to, I'd like to, it depends on. Now build your own sentences. I want to speak more confidently. I need to practice every day. I'm trying to stop translating. I'm not sure if this is correct. I used to feel very shy. I'd like to improve my pronunciation. It depends on the situation. Patterns reduce stress, they give your brain a faster path. 4. Stop trying to sound advanced. This is a big mistake. Many learners know a simple answer, but they reject it because they want to sound smarter. For example, maybe the simple answer is, I was busy yesterday. But they try to say something very complex, then they get stuck. Simple English is not weak English. Simple English is useful English. Simple English is real communication. If the sentence is clear, it is good. 5. Practice before real situations. Do not wait for real life to surprise you. Prepare before you go into a situation. If you are going to the pharmacy, the doctor, a job interview, the airport, a restaurant, a meeting, practice useful English before that moment. For example, before going to the pharmacy, practice, I need medicine for a cold. Do I need a prescription? How often should I take this? Can you say that again? Is there a cheaper one? I don't understand. Please explain slowly. This kind of practice builds confidence because you are not starting from zero in the real moment. 6. Learn conversation rescue phrases. These phrases are very helpful. They save you when you feel stuck. Practice these. Can you repeat that? Please speak slowly. Let me think. One moment. I understand, but I need a second. How do you say this in English? What does that mean? I'm not sure. Can you explain it another way? Sorry, I didn't catch that. These are not small phrases. These are survival tools. They help you stay inside the conversation. 7. Accept mistakes more quickly. If you speak, you will make mistakes. That is not failure. That is part of learning. If your goal is 0 mistakes, you may stay silent too much. If your goal is communication, you will grow faster. You do not need to love mistakes, but you need to accept them. A mistake is often only a sign that you are trying, and trying matters. 8. Repeat after speakers. This method is very powerful. Listen to a short clip. Pause it, repeat the sentence. Copy the rhythm, copy the speed, copy the sounds. This helps your mouth become more familiar with English. It also helps you stop overthinking every word. 9. Record yourself. This can feel uncomfortable at first, but it helps a lot. Choose one topic, speak for 1 or 2 minutes, record your voice, then listen. At first, you may not like it. That is okay. Most people do not like hearing their own voice at the beginning, but recording helps you notice where you stop, where you hesitate, which words are difficult, how often you repeat the same structure. Then you can improve. 10. Be patient with speed. Do not expect your speaking speed to become natural immediately. Speed comes after repetition. First comes understanding, then speaking slowly, then speaking a little more easily, then speaking with more confidence, then speaking with more speed. Speed is the result, not the beginning. Now let's talk about what you should stop doing. Stop waiting to feel ready. Confidence usually comes after action, not before. If you wait to feel ready, you may wait too long. Stop thinking that more grammar alone will fix everything. Grammar helps, but grammar alone will not make you a strong speaker. You can know grammar and still freeze in conversation. Stop comparing yourself too much. Maybe another learner speaks more easily than you, but maybe you understand more deeply than they do. Maybe they speak fast but make many mistakes. Maybe your path is slower but solid. Comparison steals energy. Use your energy for practice instead. Stop judging every sentence. If you judge every word while you speak, you slow yourself down. Try to focus more on meaning and less on perfect form. Stop saying, I can't speak English. Maybe this feels true, but it is not fully true. A better sentence is, I am still learning to speak English. That is more honest and more hopeful. Now let's practice together. Please listen and repeat. Pause if you need more time. Confidence practice. I understand English. I understand English. Now I am learning to speak it. Now I am learning to speak it. I do not need perfect English. I do not need perfect English. I need practice. I need practice. I can speak one sentence at a time. I can speak one sentence at a time. Simple English is good English. Simple English is good English. I can improve every day. I can improve every day. Daily speaking practice. Today I want to practice English. Today I want to practice English. I feel nervous sometimes. I feel nervous sometimes, but I still want to speak. But I still want to speak. I can answer simple questions. I can answer simple questions. I can ask for help. I can ask for help. I can ask people to repeat. I can ask people to repeat. I can speak even if I make mistakes. I can speak even if I make mistakes. Conversation rescue practice. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Please speak slowly. Please speak slowly. Let me think. Let me think. One moment, please. One moment, please. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What does that mean? What does that mean? Can you explain it again? Can you explain it again? Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Very good. Keep going. Maybe you feel embarrassed when you speak English. Maybe you feel shy. Maybe you feel behind. Maybe you think, I should be better by now. Maybe you avoid speaking because you do not want people to hear your mistakes. If this is you, I want to say something important. Please be kind to yourself. Learning a language is hard. Speaking in another language is brave. Even trying is brave. Even one sentence is brave. Many learners think everyone else is confident. But that is not true. Many people feel afraid. Many people feel slow. Many people feel embarrassed. They just do not say it. So if you feel this way, please know that your feelings are normal, but do not let those feelings control your future. Your fear today does not decide your future. Your silence today does not decide your future. Your slow speech today does not decide your future. What matters is what you do next. Will you stop or will you continue? Will you hide or will you practice? Will you wait for perfect confidence, or will you speak before you feel ready? That choice matters. Let me give you a simple plan for 1 week. Day 1, speak for 5 minutes about your day. Day 2, answer 10 easy questions out loud. Day 3, repeat 10 useful phrases again and again. Day 4, describe your room, your kitchen, or your desk. Day 5, watch one short clip and repeat after the speaker. Day 6, practice a real-life situation like the pharmacy, the airport, a restaurant, an interview. Day 7. Talk freely for 10 minutes with no script. Do not stop because of mistakes. Keep going. If you do this for 1 week, you will feel some change, not a perfect change, not magic change, but real change, and real change is enough. Then do another week and another. That is how fluency grows. Many people think fluency is a special gift, but in most cases, fluency is built. It is built with repeated use, simple sentences, patience, courage, correction. More use. Fluency is not only fast speech. Fluency is trust. Trust in your ability to continue even when you are not perfect. Trust in your ability to communicate your message. Trust in your ability to stay calm when your sentence is not beautiful. That kind of trust grows through practice. Not through waiting, not through wishing, through practice. So why do you understand English but still can't speak? Because understanding and speaking are different. Passive learning is easier than active speaking. Translation slows you down. Fear can block your mouth. Perfection can make you silent. Speaking needs habit and repetition. But here is the most important part. This problem can change. You are not broken. You are still building. You already have something important. You understand English. That means your mind is learning. Now it is time to help your mouth follow your mind. Speak simply. Speak slowly. Speak often. Speak imperfectly. Speak before you feel ready, because the quiet learner inside you can become a speaking learner. Not in one day, not in one moment, but little by little, word by word. sentence by sentence, conversation by conversation, and one day you will answer more easily. One day you will feel less afraid. One day you will hear English and speak back with less panic. And when that day comes, you will understand something important. You were improving the whole time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And please remember, you do not need perfect English. You need steady practice. You can do this. Keep going. Before we finish, repeat these lines with me. I understand English. I understand English. Now I am learning to speak it. Now I am learning to speak it. I do not need to be perfect. I do not need to be perfect. I need practice and patience. I need practice and patience. I can speak one sentence today. I can speak one sentence today. Tomorrow I can speak more. Tomorrow I can speak more. I am improving. I am improving. I will not give up. I will not give up. Thank you for listening. See you in the next lesson.